Here are the teams taking part. From lane 4, Chinese Taipei, ranked number 1 in the world this year. Zhou Peiye will lead them off. The Portuguese, Federico Coelho, will lead them off. How Esteves will bring them home. The Botswanans with Mompoloki Pawane, who will hand to Babaloka Tebe, who will actually run leg 2. Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Zanson Plummer leads them off. Oliver Bromby, who narrowly missed out on the 100 metres final, is on the second leg. Gerald Matthew brings them home. The Irish quartet, led by Owen Doherty. And then he will hand to Green, over to Lawler, and then Ojiwumi for the anchor leg. And here are the Italians, watch out for them. Sub 40 seconds this year. Artuso leads them off. Fornassari, Federici, and then Tortu, who we saw in the 100 metres, will run the 4th and final leg. Called to their blocks and settling down, the men in this, the first heat of the 4x100 metres relay. And they're away first time. Be interesting to see just how quickly the Chinese Taipei team get off on the inside. Great Britain have gone well with Zanson Plummer. First handover, Botswana was a little bit clumsy. The British are away with Bromby now down the back straight. Also going well, Chinese Taipei moving up well. Ireland trying to stay in competition. Great Britain with a clean handover. The Italians on the outside going well. The Botswanans have run as they move around to the final handover. And it's really tight as they come into the last 100 metres, and it's Great Britain at the moment with Gerald Matthew. Gerald Matthew storming away. Here come the Italians. Chinese Taipei are in trouble, and it's going to be Great Britain, Italy, Chinese Taipei in 3rd. So the world leaders will have to wait and see. 39.91 seconds. And Great Britain crossing the line first with Gerald Matthew charging down the home straight to secure a season's best time as it stands at 39.91 seconds, ahead of Italy in 2nd and Chinese Taipei pushed out into 3rd.
Tell you what, Tortu was the man who made the big difference here for the Italian team. He came storming from way back in 3rd, surpassed Chinese Taipei, and eventually came through as we look here at the British team in their run. This is the 3rd leg of that event. Fantastic run by Gorman here for the Great Britain team. Also running well too was Federici from Italy. There's that anchor leg for Great Britain. Matthew, that's Gerald Matthew getting it.
And look how far back Tortu is at this point.
And he eventually made up that much. Look at it from a different angle. He gets the baton now. That's Tortu to the left of your screen from Italy.
Unbelievable.
While Matthew's off already for Great Britain, and the Chinese Taipei athlete Cheng is there as well. But look at Tortu come through. He surpasses everyone in front of him except for Matthew, and gets there. And look at the margin. He gets there by maybe about almost a half a meter ahead of the Chinese Taipei athlete. Unbelievable.
Also worth noting the Botswanans had a really slow handover on that last leg, which finished any real chances they were going to have of pushing for a top 2 position.
Well, considering they had no time coming in, obviously this is probably the first chance they had to work together, and we all know if you're more cohesive, you're going to be more successful.
Confirmation of the result in the first heat of the 4x100 metres relay. Great Britain and Northern Ireland in 1st, ahead of Italy, also a season's best for them in 2nd. Chinese Taipei and Botswana will be holding out, along with the Irish perhaps and Portugal. They were all quite close for fastest qualifier times.